In the presentation today, you talked about the tough conditions that media agencies are facing. What are the biggest challenges in the industry at the moment?
Well, I think the first thing is obviously our economy. You know, when you're looking at 28% unemployment, when you look at projected 3% growth, our clients are under enormous pressure. Unfortunately, we were born during a downturned economy, and so we've never had the benefit of good times. So we've had to think about much smarter structures in terms of being able to deliver it for our clients, and much smarter solutions in order to be able to make our clients' budgets work far harder for them with less. Obviously also one of the great challenges in the industry is transformation, meaningful transformation, which hasn't been a problem for us because we were structured correctly and meaningfully from inception in 2010.
Has enough been done in transformation in the media industry?
No, it hasn't. I believe that great strides have been made, particularly over the last number of years. But my perception around transformation is you have to be transformed because you live in Africa, you live in South Africa, and it's representative of the people that live here and make up our society. So for me, it's not a consideration. It's obvious, and it's a matter of conscience to structure your company correctly and being representative, not to do it because you're driven by a charter. I think a charter can force a company to transform, but it says a lot about you and your value system if you aren't meaningfully structured from the get-go.
Biggest trends in the media agency industry at the moment?
Well, obviously everybody is fascinated. Content has been the big discussion for the last number of years. Programmatic buying, everyone's talking about. Experiential marketing, those are the big things. Data, more use of that. Our orientation really is to be customer-led. So we have a look at the best ways of intersecting our brands into consumers' lives. So we are not brand-centric in our approach, we are customer-centric in the way we look at problem solving. So all of those new trends or new areas or opportunities are self-evident when you understand how the consumer lives their life and you look at the most resonant and relevant way of intersecting their everyday lives. So we've naturally gravitated towards those things over the years because that has been the obvious opportunity for solving the problem, as opposed to saying this is really an important new area, let's pounce on it.
Your thoughts on programmatic? Does it take the human element out of media agency planning and buying?
Well, I think that a lot of people do think that. I think that it's too early to tell. I'm not in any way a naysayer. I'm interested, I'm fascinated, we're in it, we're looking at it. So I'm cautiously optimistic as it happens, but I know that there is a lot of fear around it.
And then finally, the growth strategy for the group. Yes. We've seen the launch of new companies lately, yes, both acquisitions and natural creation, yeah, within the group.
Yeah.
What is the strategy going forward?
So I always believe that you have to have very solid foundations before you build very solid walls, before you build roofs. And what we have right now is, I guess, 8 companies that have got great talent in them, have got fantastic clients in them, and I think that if you've got great talent in the agency side, you've got great talent on the client side, you've got meaningful brands, you've got a good company. But that's the start of it. It's then about investing in those companies, building deep relationships with your clients, understanding their business, and then adding proper value to growing those companies. So for me right now, I don't like the consolidation word at all. In fact, I hate the consolidation word because I'm just not hardwired that way. But for me, it really is about focusing on what we have and building deeper, more resonant and relevant relationships with our clients and offering them greater return on their advertising investment across our companies. So I don't think that we're on a big acquisition strategy as such for the next 2 years. I think what we want to do is to focus on each one of these companies growing properly and steadily and strongly.